Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing awesome. So as we were solving the top 50 LeetCode SQL questions, so let's start with the video. Okay, so where were we? Let me see. SQL 50, yep. So where were we? We have solved how many questions? Oh, it's asking me to sign in. Okay, let me quickly sign in. I don't know how it got logged out. Let me sign in back, which was the Oh, we have solved 20 questions till now. Okay, so next we have immediate food delivery too. Okay, so immediate food delivery too. Okay, we'll solve in the SQL server. And we have one schema delivery where we have delivery ID, customer ID, order date, and customer preference. Customer preferred delivery date. Okay, delivery ID is the column of unique values of this table. Okay, delivery ID is the unique values information of food delivery to customers that make order at some date. Specify a preferred delivery date on the same order date or after it. If a customer's preferred delivery date is the same as the order date, then the order is called immediate. Otherwise, it's called scheduled. What does that mean? Like this is order date and we have customer preferred delivery date. No, this is different. Oh, like this. Here we have the 2819 as a order date and 2819 as a preferred delivery date. So in this scenario, this will call as a immediate. Okay. So next we have order date for the customer order within the earliest order date. Oh, the first order of a customer is the order with the earliest order date that the customer made. Okay, it is guaranteed that the customer has precisely one first order. Okay, write a solution to find the percentage of immediate orders in the first order of all customers. Round it to 2 decimal places. The result format is in the following example. Oh, we have delivery customer order date. It's saying for customer ID has a first order with delivery ID 1 and for customer 2 with the delivery ID 2, and this is scheduled because 1 the date is different, so that's a scheduled order, but here date is same, so this is our immediate. But again we have customer 1 with the delivery ID 3. There was something called first order and immediate order in the first order. Okay, if customer has made multiple orders, like here customer 1 made the first order with the delivery ID 1 and the next order with the delivery ID 3, so we have to only consider the first order, which means the first earliest order date. Okay, then 2 has first order, that is immediate. 2 will not consider this one, and for this 3, yeah, it's immediate and it's first order of customer 3, will not consider this. And then we have customer 2, will not look into this, and this is the customer 4 and it has the first order and that's also called immediate. Okay, so percentage of immediate order in the first order of all customers, which means all customer, we have 4 customers and we have 4 customers and 2 have, we have 4 customers and 2 have immediate orders, so 2 divided by 4, which means we are getting the 50%. Half of the customers have immediate first orders. Okay, how we can solve this? Couldn't I get the first orders, or like So what if I select I need customer ID comma we have order date. So how we can take this? Okay, we have customer ID and we need we have to get the earliest. So can't we use the min function? And we have order date will called as like first date. Okay, I'm giving him as first date and the minimum of this your customer preferred delivery date and this, and we would like to give it a name as preferred date. Okay, and we have to take this from we have delivery and we have to use the group by and we have to use the customer ID. So this is giving me, this will give me all the like customer who have their, okay, these are the customers who have their first order date and the preferred date. So we are getting this. So couldn't we like wrap this entire in a CTE? So if I call this as a with CTE as this and perfect. CTE okay, so now we will use the select and we have to, I believe, round up to some decimal places and round, and this will become your what we can sum and use the case when your FD first date, or we can say the order date, is equal to pref date then 1 else 0 and okay, so we will count these all and we will divide this by the count of our customer ID, the customer we have get, like the total customers, and then we have to use the second argument of the round, and then what name we have to give, the immediate percentage, perfect, and then here from we have to use the CTE. Shouldn't we make the CTE to uppercase? Looks better. CTE and C, let me use here as C.FD and your C dot, let me see whether this will work or not. Oh, accepted, test case passed. Oh yeah, submitted. Okay, So this is submitted successfully. So let's move to the next question now. Yeah, done. Okay, so now we'll solve this one. Gameplay analysis for column name, we have type, we have player ID, device ID, event date, game played. Player ID event date is the primary key combination of columns with unique values of this table. This table shows the activity of players of some games. We have primary key with the player and event. Combination of columns with unique values. Okay. Activity player of some games. It shows record of a player who logged in and played a number of games, possibly 0. Okay. Before logging out and someday using some device. कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. Let's see. Read more. Write a solution to report the fraction of players who logged in again on the day after the day first logged in. Round to 2 decimal places, in other words. You need to count the number of players that logged in for at least 2 consecutive days starting from their first login date and divide by the total number of players. Count the number of players that logged in at least 2 consecutive days. Okay, so just suppose I logged in one day today or one day tomorrow, something like that, like consecutive days, or then divide by the number of players. Okay. We have player 1, device ID. Okay, on this device, logged in on event date 1, and again player 1, same device. Oh, the next day. Cool. And player 2 logged in only once, and player 3 again. But why we have like 1 2 1 2 duplicate rows, but player ID and device ID was the primary key? Oh, event date. Okay, then it's fine because we have a unique player ID and unique event date. Same here, unique. I got confused. Okay, so only the player with ID 1 logged back in after first day. He had logged in. So answer 1 by 3, which means, oh, here's also a difference in the date, man. This is 2nd of the March and this is 3rd of the July. The difference. This is only the consecutive. So looks like we have to do so many calculations here in this question. Okay. So what if we just find the logged in date of all the players, right? And total number of players. Okay. What if first we find the login date and the next day? If we calculate these both, then might be we can reach to the solution easily. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here we can like make multiple cities. So here we'll create multiple cities, like one for the first login. Okay, so directly jumping into the city, let me show you what I'm trying to say here. Like we have to select the player ID comma the minimum, like the first event date, and we'll call this as login date. Couldn't we? Or like the first login date. This we have to take from, we have activity, and we have to use the group by, and that is your player ID. Let's see what we get. So we get 1, 2 and 3 player ID, and these are their first login date, like the first 3 cool 25 6 17 perfect, and 2 3 16. This must be, yeah. Now we have, let me write comment here, first login date. Oops, my bad. Video comment in SQL like this. Okay, and let me comment this part as well. Okay, or shouldn't we wrap this into a CTE now? Okay, so we will call it as when first login date as perfect. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll evaluate the expression here. So like select. Now just think, we have the here we have the first login day. How we can get the next login day? What if we add the 1 day in the first login day? Okay, so we'll select the player ID from our this first login date, and let me call it as f dot, and what we can use here, we have to apply the join because we have activity table as well. Okay, so we can use the join activity A on A dot, we can directly use this our player ID A dot player ID, where now our A dot event date must be equal to the, we can directly call the date add function. We have to add the 1 day and the count, or like the, we have to add in the day section the 1, and that will be our f dot first login date. Okay, so let's see what output we get now. We have player IDs getting error. Activity. Okay, why there is so much noise outside? Guys, can you please be silent? We are getting 1, which means this is giving us the how many users, or we can say the players who has logged in next day back. Okay, so what if we wrap this as well into a CTE called as next day? Why there is so much noise outside? I really don't understand what the fucking people are doing outside. Obviously my room. Cool. Okay, so let me write comment here as well. Next login day. Okay, this is giving us the player ID of next login day, the first login day. Now, what we have to do? This is pretty simple or straightforward now. We have first login date, we have next consecutive login date players. We have to take the first divide by we have all the players. Like we have to take the who logged in back on the next consecutive day, and the count we have to divide by the all the players who logged in first. Okay, so we can simply select and we have to round up to 2 decimal places if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we have to count. What we have to count? We have to count the next day, which means I'm assuming we'll use next day as alias n. So n dot player id. We have to count n dot player id, and we have to divide this by our count of f dot player id, and I'm assuming we will give it the first login date, the alias is f. Okay, and then comma 2, and we will call this as what before fraction. Yeah, it was fraction from like the first login date. We have to based from their first login date, count the number of players from first login date as f, and left join, and we can use the next why I'm giving the next day name like all caps. This is looking better, and give it a name as n. On we have f dot player id is equal to n dot player id. Will this work now? Let's see. Syntax near next day. Where we have to use the column because we are creating two cities here. Okay, wrong answer, we are getting 0. Why? One sec. I believe we have to cast this as float, and same goes here. Cast no comma man float. Now will this work? Let's see. Syntax as spell typo error. Near the keyword as अरे why case में cast. Oh, accepted. Let me try to submit. Ha! Accepted. Yeah. But this was not easy. This was little tricky because it contains two CTEs. Like the thought process that matters a lot, because always try to break down the problem into multiple steps. Like we only evaluate the first login date, then we evaluate the next day, like the next consecutive day who logged in. Then we have count of like all the player IDs. Then what we can use the who logged in next day divide by, like that is the formula we have here now. Like player ID 1, only one came back next day to play the game, and the total users we have like the players 1 2 3. This we already have the group by here on the first day. Okay, so it's all about analyzing the problem and read the description carefully. Try to understand like what is the actual ask, then that problem would be pretty easy for us. Okay, so cool. Do you want to solve one more question? Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go. We can solve one question of the sorting and grouping. What is that? A number of unique subjects taught by each teacher. We have teacher ID. I'm getting some mail. Okay, leave it. Teacher ID, subject ID, department ID, subject ID and department ID. Subject ID and department ID is the primary key combination of. Okay, each one table contains or indicates the teacher with the teacher ID, teacher subject. Okay, so we have teacher ID, subject ID, department ID, and this is the primary key. Then write a solution to calculate the number of unique subjects each teacher teaches in the university. We have to calculate the unique subjects each teacher teaches in the university. Okay, so like unique subjects we have 2, 3, 1, 4. We have 4 unique subjects. Okay, and teaches by each teacher. Like teacher, we have only 2 teachers. Each teacher. Okay, we have to calculate, like find the count of like the teacher 1, subject 2, again subject 2, subject 3. Okay, so teacher 1 teaches subject 1 and subject 3. Oh sorry, the teacher 1 teaches subject 2 and subject 3, but like these are on the different departments, like the subject 2. Okay, now for the teacher 2 teaches subject 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's why their count is 4. Okay, so we'll solve this in the next video. So okay, so we will solve this question in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.